Hello, everybody. Welcome in. It is from the Bleachers here on the Fan Sports Network. It's Caden Floormaster and Mark Musgrave.
The voice you know, and we're back, baby, on YouTube.
Hey, we're on YouTube today. It's been a while, almost a month since we've done YouTube.
It's been a hot minute, that's for sure, man.
Yeah, we've, the beginning of the school year, the beginning of all of the sports seasons and stuff. Our jobs get really busy.
Hectic.
And sometimes prepping to do a show on YouTube just doesn't come around as often as I'd like it to.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take that long. It really doesn't. It's just sometimes my mind isn't thinking, oh, I should prep for our show to be on YouTube today.
Right.
Today I was like, hey, I got time. Let's do it.
I'm with you.
So we're on YouTube today. So you can go watch us on YouTube.
It
Why
works.
not?
It works.
Yeah, it's awesome. Welcome into the show after a great weekend of, college football, NFL, high school football, a little bit of everything, as far as football goes, at least. A little bit of everything.
Yeah, what were you able to catch this weekend?
Oh, man. Okay, well, first off, let's start Friday night. I was at Pineview High School, Pineview Dixie, which that was the showstopper, man. That one came right down to the wire. And Pineview leading the majority of that game ended up not being able to pull it off. Dixie with the comeback win, so that was cool. We'll talk about that. Let's see, what else did I watch? I caught a little bit of Utah Weber State in the morning.
Well, and we were texting back and forth on a group text with Utah Tech as well.
I watched Utah Tech in the afternoon. And I watched all of that game. I watched all of Utah Tech as they took down NAU. We'll talk about that.
I kind of checked out at halftime.
Which, if you're about to check out, the first half was the better half.
Yeah.
The second half, it didn't fall apart by any means, but it definitely was a little less going on in the second half.
Right.
Some good stuff still. But I watched Oregon. That one was a good one. I mean, it's Oregon. They're winning.
They're your team.
They're my team. So I watched Oregon. I watched a little of that Colorado State game. And
now, let me ask you a question. Would you have watched that game at all if Primetime wasn't involved in that and the drama that went with him and is it Norvell?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have.
I don't know. It was really the only game going on at that time.
I understand, but it was late.
It was late.
Like 8 o'clock kickoff, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's why I say I watched some of it, because I was like, all right, I'm going to turn it off. I'm tired. I don't want to stay
Well, I
up.
woke up Sunday, and I had kind of forgotten to, but then Macy said, hey, have you checked to see who won? And I'm like, oh, yeah. I would have never checked to see who won Colorado State had not all of that drama been built up.
Yeah, that's fair. So I didn't really care.
So they did their job.
I mean, they did their job barely.
No, well,
Colorado State
of hyping it up.
Hyping it up, yes.
Hyping it up.
I thought you meant like winning. I was gonna say Colorado State gave them a run, which, by the way, Utah Tech plays Colorado State this week. Right? Is it this week? I think it's this week.
I don't know.
It's either this week or next week. They play Missouri State in there somewhere too, but anyway, they do play them shortly. I think that actually might be next week. I kind of want to double check that now. But after watching, they play Missouri State this week, and then Colorado State's the next week, the following week. So,
well,
yeah.
That's probably, if I had my choice, I would rather not play Colorado State after playing Colorado after that.
We just got to tell Coach Peterson that when he goes to shake hands with Coach after the game, that he's just not wearing his sunglasses and his hat.
No, he needs to be wearing them. Apparently that gets in Norvell's head.
Did you did you hear what Primetime did?
On what occasion?
About with the whole sunglasses hat thing. This is what he did. Okay, so there were, I guess he has a line of sunglasses, and I don't know if he's always had it or if he got this line of sunglasses created
Primetime
just because of those comments that were made.
Right.
I don't know which chicken or the egg. I don't know which came first. Right.
Yeah.
Point is, he has a line of sunglasses.
And they were hot commodity.
On Friday alone,
I saw this.
They sold over like 1.3 million in sales on those sunglasses. So Colorado State just made Deion Sanders a lot of money for making comments about not liking him wearing his hat and sunglasses in interviews.
Yeah.
Because, his mom taught him right to take off the hat and sunglasses.
Right.
And by the way, I don't know if you saw this as well. His mom was in the locker room Deion Sanders' mom, went into the locker room. Did you see this? And Deion Sanders said, he said, you can talk bad about me. I don't care. He's like, I won't get angry over most things. He's like, but if you say something to me about the way I was raised, that means you're talking bad about my mom.
Yeah, that's true.
And he looked at his mom. He's like, Mom, did you raise me right? And she's like, basically, and I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
She was just like, of course I raised you right, And, she's getting the team all hyped up. And she went out there and she told the team, basically, go kick their butts,
Right, right.
That's what Mama said. Mama said, go kick their butts because they're
Did she
talking
say
bad about me.
butts?
She didn't say butts.
Yeah.
She didn't say butts. Anyway,
That
was
is funny.
That was kind of funny. So I don't know. I do like he's a character. Dude's got charisma.
Oh, no
okay?
question.
I do kind of like the storylines that come out of all of this. I like the drama that's coming out of all this stuff with Colorado. I don't think they're really actually anything that special. They're winning some games.
They're 2-0.
They're winning some games. 3-0.
3-0.
They're 3-0.
Even better.
But they start to face a tough schedule real quick.
Yeah.
And it's I think in Pac-12 play with how good the Pac-12 is, there are currently 8 ranked teams in the Pac-12. 8 of the 12 teams are ranked. So it's going to be a rude awakening, I think, for not just Colorado, but really for all of Pac-12. They all have to start beating up on each other now. So, kind of a fun week as far as college football goes.
It was funny, and I'm going to stay on the college football subject here. Macy and I were watching Utah Tech and NAU, and we were watching on ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
So we had since it was home NAU, that's the broadcast that it was. So we were listening to their broadcast team, and it was so funny. I can't remember the score, but it was like about 3 minutes to go in the half, and Utah Tech was up.
It was like 38 to whatever at that point.
Well, they got some points in the last 3 minutes of that half. It was so funny, though, because the broadcaster, Utah Tech scores, and to make it like 24 to something. And the broadcaster says, the play-by-play guy goes, hey, 3:11 to go in the half here. Plenty of time. Well, the next thing was I can't remember if it was the pick six or the scoop and score or something. So now there's 3 minutes to go on the clock.
It was an interception.
Okay.
And yeah, I want to say it was an interception.
Was it a pick six, or did Utah Tech score really quickly after that?
That one was not the pick six.
Okay.
With 3:11 left, there was a pick.
Okay.
So,
yeah, 3:11. Right.
Yeah.
And then
and they brought it back out to the pick was in already. It was in Lumberjack territory. They brought it all the way back to like the 15-yard line.
So Utah Tech scores again. There's 2-something left, and the broadcaster says again, still plenty of time. And then boom, another turnover or
they scored the touchdown at that point. Yeah.
Yeah. And then again, he said it again. I think there was something else, and then we got a field goal. I can't remember everything.
Yeah.
But it was so funny. The broadcaster just came back every time, jinxing his team, saying, "Oh, there's plenty of time," just keeping the audience as closely as possible, just still attached to the TV screen. So anyway, totally fun.
Yeah, for our YouTube viewers, I've got the pick six on the screen, so you guys can see that and how that all happened. But here's the pick six.
Oh yeah,
and yeah, take it all the way back. I mean,
no sound. Where's the sound at?
There's no sound.
Dang it,
there's
Caden.
no sound on the video.
I gotta tell you though, that targeting call in the first half is, I'm gonna just say it, crap. That was not targeting on that kickoff. So
I agree.
The Utah Tech the Utah Tech special teamer didn't launch. He didn't point the crown of his helmet. He literally almost straight up just hit the guy. And again, we're talking kickoff. So you've got people going this way. You've got people going this way. They're going to make contact.
Yeah,
That's what they're supposed to do. We're
welcome
playing
to
tackle football.
Yeah.
We're playing tackle football. And just literally hit him straight up. I mean, he might have turned his shoulder a little bit to kind of protect himself a little bit. And I sent that to our sports group, within Canyon Media and St. George News. And I just couldn't believe that they called targeting on that. And I will tell you, about 48 minutes into that game, because I went back. There was a targeting call on Sparks. It should have been called.
Yeah.
The NAU defender totally lowered the crown of his helmet and hit Sparks. Now, Sparks, wide receiver for the Trailblazers, jumps right back up. I mean, he was on the ground for just a second. He maybe rolled over once or twice.
He did roll over a few times.
And then he popped up. But I actually rewound that play after the targeting call on the kickoff.
Yeah.
That was way more targeting than the kickoff. In fact, the kickoff wasn't even targeting. That was just a collision and somebody got hurt. Hey, some people are going to get hurt in football. It's tackle football. That doesn't mean it was targeting.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. 100%.
I mean, it was such a crap call. And the thing is they went back and they reviewed it, and they still come up with that.
I know.
I want to ask the Whitecap or whoever makes that call. I want the explanation. I want the explanation to that call, because there is no way on any rule book or just the eye test that's targeting.
Yeah. Yeah. And they've even limited what targeting means.
Man.
I saw it, whether it was they that explained it or there was a different crew at some point. I watched a lot of football.
Right.
But the targeting call has gone from the crown of the helmet, meaning anything above basically the eyebrows and up, because that's what it used to be, to if you put your hand on top of your head, whatever your hand is covering, if that part hits somebody, then that's the crown of your head, the actual crown of your head, the actual top part of your head. And so they've made that zone a little smaller, so targeting won't be called as often. But even with what you're talking about, even the old rules of targeting, I didn't see that as a targeting
Well, like
call.
I said, it's about, if you want to go back and look at it, you can pull up the ESPN Plus footage, and it's about an hour and 3 minutes in, or somewhere right around there. Because, like I said, I watched it several times, and I would rewind and watch it, and I was just like, I just can't understand that call at all. Now, it didn't cost the Trailblazers the game, thank goodness, but I just don't understand what they saw. Even in slow motion, I don't know what they saw to deem that targeting.
Well, by the way, I have the call. This is the call from the Pick Six with Rod Zundel on the call here on our local broadcast.
Okay, love it.
Miller, straight drop back. Intercepted at the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. Conan and Toa, 25-10. 5, still on his feet. Touchdown! Touchdown and pick 6. Sam Konanatoa. Touchdown! 55 yards.
Good call by Rod.
Yeah. Not long after, by the way, we had that scoop and score that we were talking about.
Ball up in the air. It's on the ground. Picked up by Utah Tech. It's going to be a touchdown. Amari Duncan picks up the fumble and returns it 7 yards for a touchdown.
Breathe, Rod. Breathe. No, I love his excitement. It's a good call.
Hey, you know what? And it was an exciting time. They were just score after score after score after score. The defense themselves scored 2 touchdowns.
Right. Yeah.
Which is awesome.
I mean,
anytime
in a short amount of time.
Anytime defense leads to offense, it's great. And in those cases, defense led directly to offense.
Well, so. we both had stated that we really thought this was a game that not only Utah Tech could just compete in.
Yeah.
We knew they'd compete in this game for sure, but we all kind of thought that this was a game they'd get their first W, and they went to Flagstaff and they brought it home.
Yeah.
It was a great performance by the Trailblazers. And I just, I love seeing Region 9 players participating. Every time I was watching the defense, Jaron Polu was out there.
He made a good play.
He made a couple, and I was like, hey, there's Jaron. Anyway, big number 33 playing the mid-backer.
Yeah, he made a couple of plays, some good hard stops. So,
it was
that's
fun
always
watching
nice.
him.
That's always nice. Yeah, big win for Utah Tech. I mean, really, you look across the state, it's like, okay, yeah, Utah got their win. BYU, that was actually a really good game.
Yeah,
the BYU Arkansas
I didn't
game.
watch that one. I turned it on at the very beginning and then didn't watch it.
Yeah, well, it's not for everybody.
No. Well, it's for me. I just didn't watch it.
Yeah. Utah State played Friday and did not play very well against Air Force. They lost that one. But yeah, Utah wins, Utah Tech wins, BYU wins, SUU not able to get the win. Obviously, Weber State played Utah, so you know, one of them's got to win. Sorry, you Weber State fans not able to get the win over Utah. But yeah, overall pretty good day of football on Saturday.
Yeah, it really was.
And we'll get into Sunday with the NFL as well.
Yeah, and we'll get into a lot of that here in just a little bit. But I first have to tell you though, Caden.
Yeah.
So as many of you know, I grew up here. Okay, I'm a lifer here. I took a little time out from Southern Utah for about 4.5 years. Moved to Northern California. Came back, but other than that, I have been here my entire life.
Right.
Okay. Macy and I did a hike yesterday, and I can't believe it's the first time that I've done this hike while living here. We went up and did Canara Falls.
One of my favorites.
Up in Canaraville.
Yep.
And
Is there a lot of people?
There was, but it wasn't crowded. Like, we would pass them.
And that's kind of the point, because now they have the permit system.
They have a limit, yeah. I think it's 150 a day. Yeah. We probably saw, we were talking about this on our way out, and I would say we probably saw 60 to 70 people.
Okay.
So, but it was never crowded. I don't want to think that we were just elbow to elbow with 70 people.
Yeah, it's just you occasionally. Here's the thing. It's like a 3-mile hike, isn't it?
It's 2 in, 2 out.
Okay, that's what it is. 2 in, 2 out. So, across a 2-mile stretch, and you're talking 70 people across the 2-mile stretch.
Right.
That's not crowded.
And we passed people going in, because we've got a little bit quicker pace than other people.
Yeah.
And then as we were coming out, people were going in, because now it's like 12:30 or so.
Yeah.
And it was a gorgeous day, so people were just starting their hike while we were finishing. But just my thoughts, if you've never done that hike, or if you were like haven't done it for a while, go do it, or go do it again.
Yeah, I haven't gone.
It is gorgeous.
In about a decade.
Now, I will say,
pretty close to it.
Well, now at the waterfall, you probably
saw your pictures, by the way.
Did you see that
and
staircase?
I saw that they now have like a built-in metal staircase, because when I went, it was like a wooden ladder that was the rungs of the ladder were like tied in with a rope.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it was kind of a janky
ladder.
Well,
and somebody was telling me this morning that it used to just be a log with some spikes on it.
Yeah, I didn't go
with
in,
a rope.
That.
So it's obviously changed a little bit. And that comes with a price. There is a fee, but it's not much. And again, I tell you, it's totally worth it. So they've upgraded it. And you know what? When you pay a fee and you see upgrades, or you hear about upgrades and stuff like that, hey, I'm okay. Because the trail was great. The trail markings are great.
Well, and it keeps the trail from being overcrowded, overused, so that it gets worn down to where it's not, the more people you have, the more people are going to bring in garbage, and they're going to vandalize.
Yeah.
And we just don't want that for some of our places
right.
here in Southern Utah. So for us to have to pay just a little bit to keep it
totally
clean
worth
and keep it nice, it's fine.
Shout out to our friends up in Canaraville. You're doing a great job up there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I got to say one thing too before we go to break. And I know we're not going to talk about it, but it is sports related. I'm a big Formula One fan, right?
Yes, F1.
Now, I root more so for Ferrari than any other team.
Okay.
But there's guys I like from all the different teams, whatever.
Is that the Red Bull team?
No, Red Bull is Red Bull team.
Oh.
Well, here's the thing. Yes, there's your Red Bull. Red Bull has won every race this season.
Yeah! Because they got wings, baby.
Except this week.
Oh, mother.
Schmother. Well, Ferrari won this week.
Okay, all right.
So I was pretty happy. And don't get me wrong, I like the guys on Red Bull, but I was very excited to not have them win. It's like,
is the Vegas in November?
November 18th.
Wow.
Same day as SUU Utah Tech.
Coming up.
Same night.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot going on that night.
Yeah, we do.
So, yeah. Anyways, I was very excited. I was very happy that a Ferrari driver took first in the Singapore race this weekend.
All right.
So There we go. That was another sports related thing I did this weekend.
Fair enough.
Was wake up at 6 a.m. to watch that race.
Woo!
On Sunday morning.
All right.
Yeah, that was early.
It's what we do.
It's what we do for the things we enjoy. All right, let's take a break. We got more coming up next. Stick around. Hey, it's Caden Formaster.
And Mark Musgrave, the voice you know with the Fan Sports Network.
Check out our local sports radio show, From the Bleachers, live every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m.
Listen to us on the radio on 99.5 or 95.3 FM.
You can also listen through the Fan Sports Network app or watch the show live on the Fan Sports Network YouTube page.
The Fan Sports Network is your home of Utah Tech Trailblazers, high school sports, and the pros.
The Fan Sports Network, Southern Utah's home for local sports.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
Media is everywhere. It's a part of our daily life, our routine, not just for entertainment, but to stay informed. Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, we believe in delivering free, fast, and accurate local news, entertainment, and information to all of Southern Utah through our entertaining on-air personalities and music, compelling local shows, and community events like the City of St. George 4th of July celebration and charitable events like Coney Coins for Kids. From our entire team of dedicated designers, videographers, salespeople, digital marketers, writers, and on-air talent, thank you for letting us be a part of your daily life. Canyon Media, here for you.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in Southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
Welcome back in, everybody. It is From the Bleachers here on the Fan Sports Network. Caden Formaster and Mark Musgrave.
The voice you know.
We also have on the phone with us right now, Devin Dixon, getting ready for some Monday Night Football action tonight. Devin, I know that you're over there at Wingnuts tonight.
Yeah, we're all fired up. Double the fun tonight. Tonight and again next Monday. We got double headers, baby. So first game's going off here in about 45 minutes or so, 5:15 Mountain Time, and then 6:15 on that Saints and Carolina Panthers game. And we got some specials tonight. I'm here with Jazz. And Jazz, what do we got brewing up for our people to come in tonight and hang with us on Monday Night Football?
Hey, yeah, so we've got a special going on with a pint of our jalapeno L. If you haven't tried that yet, it's $3 a pint. And we're also still running our special from last week. Pitcher of the jalapeno L gets a free cheese nacho with that.
And we're giving away jerseys. Now, what do you think? You like the David Carr or the Bryce Young jersey better? You like the blue or you like that white with that gold trim?
Gotta go with the car.
Yeah, baby.
He's a Saint now. It's kind of weird seeing him. But you know what? It's not a huge transition. I mean, he does look okay in that jersey. You would know.
Yeah, he looks all right.
Yeah, we're having fun down here, guys. Great seats available right now, especially for that early game. We expect it to get busy later on tonight, but if you don't have plans tonight, grab the guys, send out a couple texts to your buddies, and if you haven't got a football fix this weekend, not a better place than Wingnuts to hang with us. We got a bunch of other drawings tonight. We got some more comedy club tickets we're going to be drawing for. We got some Tuacon tickets for some of their holiday shows coming up later this fall. We've got all kinds of prizes, gift certificates, all kinds of fun stuff. We probably got 10, 15 prizes at least we're going to be giving away on top of the jerseys tonight. So come hang with us. Why not? And Wingnuts, I mean, oh my gosh, last Monday the wings came out so hot and they're so good, loaded up. They're delicious. What's the most popular sauce, Jazz, down here at Wingnuts?
You know, I've been hooked on our dirty lemon squeeze. It's just so good. If you like a little bit of kick.
Did you say dirty lemon squeeze?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try the dirty lemon squeeze tonight, guys. I guess I got to try it because I've not had that flavor here at Wingnuts.
Yeah, you definitely.
Can you describe that for me? Delicious.
It's got that spicy kick, and you squeeze that lemon on top, and it just soaks into the chicken, and it gives you all the flavors just mixed all together.
You guys getting hungry yet back in the studio?
Yes.
Bring me some wings.
we could probably arrange that, or you guys at 6. You guys hurry over here after the show, and we'll save you a seat. But
there you go.
We're having fun. We'll be checking in with you guys in a little bit. I'm kind of thinking it's going to be tough for the Browns in this first game.
The Browns are the second game. They're at 6:15. It's the Saints-Panthers first.
Oh, did I have that backwards?
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking that Browns team is looking really good, but will Pittsburgh really lose again at home? And I don't know what to expect in the Carolina game. I know Bryce Young's at home, but I kind of like the Saints in that game. Who you guys got tonight?
Yeah, I'm thinking Saints as well in that first game, and then I'm not a believer of Cleveland yet. We have to go more than just a game or so for me to get on that bandwagon. I've got to go Pittsburgh at home.
And I'm also taking the Saints. The Panthers have to prove to me that they're ready for it, and the Saints got a lot of veterans on that team, so I'm going Saints. But I'm going to go different. I'm taking the Browns. We'll go Browns on the road.
You're a believer, huh?
Well, no, I wouldn't say I'm a believer, but I'll take them tonight.
Yeah, Jasmine, who you got tonight?
I think the Steelers at home are going to be really strong with their fan base.
There you go. Caden, she agrees with you.
I do.
All right, so she's agreeing with Kate and Mark, I guess.
No, she's got Mark.
No,
Mark
she had
said Steelers.
Pittsburgh.
I said Browns.
Oh, she agreed with Mark.
Yes.
Okay. All right, it's getting loud in here. I can't hear you guys very well.
No
but
worries.
we're having fun down here, and we'll check in with you guys in a bit. But specials tonight, jersey giveaways, ton of other prizes. So if you don't have plans tonight, come hang with us at the Fan Sports Network. We're going to be here every Monday night all the way till December 18th will be our last Monday night football party. So right up to the holidays, baby. Let's go.
Love it.
Awesome. All right, thanks, Deb. We'll check in with you later.
Okay, thanks, guys.
And what a perfect place to go tonight, because there's 2 Monday Night Football games. Maybe you've got 2 TVs at home. Maybe you don't. Chances are they're probably not right next to each other, so it would be kind of difficult to watch both games. Easy way to do it, just go to Wingnuts, join Devin and Jasmine over there. They're going to have some giveaways, some jerseys, and great wings.
Yeah. Yep. It's fantastic.
And both games on.
Honestly, I love those hog wings. You have
those?
those?
Oh,
Those
yeah.
are so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Remember we had those on that.
Yeah, when we did What's on the Menu.
Yeah, What's on the Menu over there.
That was 2 years ago. That
we
did
need to
that.
get another one lined up.
Yeah. I keep talking to Sheldon. And I'm just said, man, when you got an opening, throw us in it.
You know what?
We're ready to go.
We need to make that opening happen.
I'll put that on you.
I'm on that. I'm on that.
Mostly just because I just want to go somewhere to get paid to eat food.
Because when it comes to food, I am all over that. For sure.
Me too. I'm all in.
Now, speaking of food.
Oh, I like
You
food.
know we like to talk food.
Oh, we love to talk food.
Today is National Cheeseburger Day.
You bet it is.
Okay. So here are some deals that you can find. And don't worry, we're going to talk NFL. We haven't even talked Region 9 yet, really, from Friday.
I know.
We'll get to it. But dang it, priorities here. Food comes first.
Cheeseburgers. Priorities.
Now, at McDonald's, you can get double cheeseburgers. They're 50 cents today on their app. You have to order it through the app. 50 cents.
Nothing wrong with that.
Double cheeseburger. Burger King. Now, they have deals for the next 3 days. They're really celebrating National Cheeseburger Day. Today, reward members get a free cheeseburger with any purchase. Tomorrow, it's a free Whopper Junior. And then on Wednesday, Whoppers cost $3. I'm sure to become a reward member, you probably just download their app and
That's probably about
whatever.
it. Yeah.
So no big deal there. Wendy's has a good one. Through Friday,
Ooh.
Junior cheeseburgers cost 1 cent. 1 cent.
I love a good Junior cheeseburger.
With any online purchase. Again, get their app and
See, that's the thing.
They're
just
definitely
trying
promoting
to get
their
people
app.
to download the apps.
But 1 cent? Are you kidding me? I'm ready to download the Wendy's app. It's enticing me for sure. Dairy Queen also has a great deal. They'll give you a free cheeseburger with any order of $1 or more.
So go get yourself an ice cream cone
Free cheeseburger.
and a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
That sounds like
We
a
don't
great
have any
idea.
White Castles, but
No.
maybe somebody is streaming us through our app. Maybe there's
someone's
a White
back
Castle
east
nearby.
or wherever White Castles live.
But White Castle, buy one, get one slider through Wednesday, but only one per customer. Oh, I hate when they do that. Crystal has $1 sliders today through their app. So, anyways, two places that we really don't have here in southern Utah. But, again, if you're listening via the stream, we could be being broadcast in New York. But, anyway, good deals, though, dude. Those are really good deals, man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, 50 cents double cheeseburgers through the McDonald's app. The 1 cent is killing me. Wendy's through Friday. Junior bacon cheeseburgers, 1 cent.
By the way, the closest White Castle
Yeah.
is in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Oh, all right.
So you got a bit of a drive if you want to get to White Castle to get that deal. Is it worth it? Probably not.
All right, let's talk a little Region 9 football from Friday. We're not going to cover it too extensively. It's Monday afternoon, Monday evening, so this happened a few days ago. But first off, the game of the night, and I'm not talking the Fan Sports Network game of the night, but Caden, you were at the at Pineview High School, Dixie at Pineview. The final score, Dixie 29, Pineview 28. Crazy game over there. Tell us a little bit about that.
Dude, it was a crazy game. Pineview got up early.
Yeah.
And really started to kind of walk away a little bit and gain a solid lead to start the game off. And from there, it became a little bit of a battle in the second half. Now, we do need to talk about Motonga, who he went down with a substantial injury where he had to get carted off the field and taken in the ambulance, which that in itself was really devastating. It was a scary moment for everyone there, and just really tough. But from what we've heard, he's doing well.
Yeah,
he's
doing
recovering. Nothing's broken. That's always the big worry is, did he break his neck? That's what everyone was kind of worried about, and he did not. He's okay.
And not that there's anything wrong with this, but that was mainly all of that was not all of it. It was precaution.
Yeah.
Anytime that there's a head and neck injury, they're going to go extensive lengths, just precaution wise. I speak from experience on this. I think I've told the story before. My oldest boy was playing youth football, probably 6th, 7th grade. Ended up getting hit pretty hard. And we're over here at Desert Hills High School. And all of a sudden, I see Life Flight circling the football field. And again, they were just doing the precaution, what they need to do. But I'm like, I don't know who was standing next to me. But I'm like, if that thing lands, I'm not paying for it. I did not call for that Life Flight. But again, just precautionary. And I'm glad that they did that because he is going to, from what we know, he's going to be okay.
Yeah.
So
exactly. It was it was a scary moment. But from what we understand, he's doing okay. So
yeah, good.
There were definitely some big moments, some big plays. One of those big plays, see if we can get it pulled up here and show our YouTube viewers. This was one of the big plays from, let me get it pulled up here, from Pineview. And let's see if we can hear the call. For the solid gain here, and Moore go back to pass. He's looking to the end zone.
Touchdown.
Wow. What a play. Touchdown.
Is that?
Are you kidding me?
I saw Matt Acosta get wide open in the back of the end zone, but he was like, yeah, no, I got a 6'6", 4-star tight end, and I'm just going to go ahead and give him a chance. Look at the replay. Can we get a Moss? Can I get a Moss sounder? Oh, my goodness, what a catch by Brock Harris.
And that
Yeah,
put
there you
them
go.
up 28-9.
That put them up 28-9 in the fourth quarter.
I mean, with the PAT, but
I mentioned Dixie won this game, right?
27-9 right here. They kick the PAT, get 28-9, and then Dixie just comes storming back.
They do. Dixie came back with a vengeance, and it wasn't too long after. I'm going to try to get fast forward here to that play, but Dixie had a great. Oh, here it is right here. We'll get that pulled up for you. Just a second. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this play right here was awesome for Dixie.
Truman looking to pass. He wants to go deep
He
with
has a
it.
guy.
He's got him all the way down past the 20, the 15. Is he going to
Wow.
go in for the touchdown? He is. Junior Coughlin taking it from one end to the other.
So there you go, Junior Coughlin on a what was that anyways? That's
Well, he threw it from about the
It was-
30-yard line.
yeah, it was a long one. We're talking a 60+ yarder. So took it all the way in for a touchdown. That got another score on the board really quick for Dixie. And yeah, it wasn't too long after that Dixie just continued to 3-and-out Pineview, get the ball back, march it downfield, score.
Yeah.
You know, the defense did what they needed to do, and it was to not give Pineview the ball for very long, right? That was exactly what they did. Came down to it with just minutes to go in the fourth. They tied up the game. The extra point was good to give them the 1 point lead, and with that, they were able to shut Pineview down. They didn't convert a very crucial fourth down, and Dixie got the ball back and kneeled it out the rest of the game.
Yeah, that was the game to watch for sure. Elsewhere, Cedar went to Hurricane, and Cedar really put the screws to Hurricane, 56-7. Yikes! And then out at Snow Canyon, you'll see the final score here at 41-7. I got to tell you, with just under a minute to go in the first half, it was 14-7 Snow Canyon. It was a very competitive. I mean, 14-7 Crimson. I apologize. Very competitive game going. The very first half. In fact, with under 30 seconds to go, I don't know the exact details, but Snow Canyon had it 3rd and goal from I can't remember if it was around the 2 or the 3, 4, 5, somewhere right around in there. And I don't know if the coaching staff thought they had a timeout in their pocket. We up in the press box thought that they did.
Yeah.
We kind of had it on our records that they had a timeout. So they run the ball, and then before we know it, they don't get it. So it would have been 4th down, but they couldn't line up quickly enough to get another play, and everybody starts walking off the field, and we were like, we thought they had a timeout, and that's why we thought they called the running play, was because they had a timeout in their back pocket to call a timeout and get the field goal unit in there and at least get points on the board. Going to the half, you're walking in, at least your chest is kind of puffed out a little bit. 14-10 is a lot different than 14-7.
Yeah.
But time runs out. It feels like you literally lost points because you did. Snow Canyon goes into halftime, and they just didn't come out with any type of energy to withstand the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs. The Mustangs got the ball to begin the second half. They marched down. They score a touchdown, 21-7 as opposed to 21-14. That was a 14-point swing with Snow Canyon not scoring at the end of the first half. I just don't feel that the Warriors ever rebounded from that. Obviously, they didn't. The final score being 41-7.
Yeah.
That's how many points they had when that play at the end of the first half happened. So, but the first half, it was a tale of two halves. First half, very competitive. Snow Canyon was matching the Mustangs, but over the full game. And that's what Crimson Cliffs does to you, is they're just so big and strong. They wear you out up front on the offensive line, on the defensive line. And then their skill players are very skilled. and they just separated, and it got away from Snow Canyon pretty quickly in the second half.
Yeah, I feel like we say this a lot. Teams just need to play a complete game. You know, it's easier said than done, but those teams that can play a complete game are usually those teams that are going to win.
Yeah.
And Crimson is one of those teams that they are really good at putting together a complete game. And some of these other teams are going to have to learn to do that against them. You have to play perfect.
Yeah.
Everything has to be perfect.
You have to play one of your
Crimson.
You have to play one of your best games.
Yeah. And I don't want to sound like we're overhyping what Crimson Cliffs is, because again, we give love to all of our teams here in Southern Utah. But the point of it is they're just that good this year. They really are that good. They're trying to go out and prove it every single game, and until they lose in Region 9, someone's got to step up and take them down. And when that happens, you know what? We will be there. We will be there, and we're going to be hyping up winners, losers, doesn't matter. We're giving everybody the love here in Southern Utah. That's the point of it, right?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
So good game, though, for Crimson and Snow Canyon. Good games all across Region 9, really. I mean, some great matchups all throughout Region 9 football.
2 blowouts, and then your game was really good. But like I said, that first half of the Snow Canyon Crimson game was a tightly contested game. So, again, you look at that final score and you think that Crimson just blew them out the whole time. That wasn't the case. They did it in the second half, and they did it convincingly. But just anyway, something to watch for, though.
Yeah, and even for Cedar's sake, I know that was a blowout against Hurricane, and Hurricanes, probably feeling the sting of that loss for sure. But for Cedar, though, that's a win that Cedar kind of needed to prove that, hey, maybe we can, come in and play a confident game of football for 4 quarters, because the season's not over. They've struggled a little bit in region play and even through preseason, right? So for Cedar to get that win, maybe they can now look at the schedule coming up and push themselves to get some wins. They have Pineview at home this week. That's a game that I think they could push Pineview a little bit.
Especially
I think it's a winnable game for
especially
Cedar.
being up in Cedar, that definitely tilts that the scales that way for sure. Yep. Just really quickly before we go to break, I do have the RPI right here. Crimson is right now number 3 behind Skyview and Ridgeline, sitting 1 and 2. Snow Canyon is number 7. Desert Hills number 11. And then Cedar number 14, Dixie number 15, Pineview number 17, and Hurricane number 24 out of 27 teams. So that's kind of where our Region 9 teams are sitting right now. A good showing, no question about it. We got 3 in the top 15. Actually 5 in the top 15. With Dixie, Cedar, Desert Hills, Crimson. Sorry, that's 4. No, Snow Canyon, Crimson Cliffs. 5. Yeah. 5 in the top 15 out of 4 regions. That's a good showing. That's a good showing.
That is a great showing.
So
that's awesome. I'm a big fan.
Yeah,
I love it. I love what we're putting on right now in Southern Utah. We got some good schools, good teams in football this year. So that's awesome. There's your football RPI.
Yep.
All right, let's take a break. We're going to be wrapping up the first hour. When we come back, we still have a lot to talk about.
Oh, so much
NFL.
football.
Oh, my gosh, just across the board, football in general. So stick around. More coming up next.
Hey, it's Caden Formaster.
And Mark Musgrave, the voice you know with the Fan Sports Network.
Check out our local sports radio show, From the Bleachers, live every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m.
Listen to us on the radio on 99.5 or 95.3 FM.
You can also listen through the Fan Sports Network app or watch the show live on the Fan Sports Network YouTube page.
The Fan Sports Network is your home of Utah Tech Trailblazers, high school sports, and the pros.
The Fan Sports Network, Southern Utah's home for local sports.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
Media is everywhere. It's a part of our daily life, our routine, not just for entertainment, but to stay informed. Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, we believe in delivering free, fast, and accurate local news, entertainment, and information to all of Southern Utah through our entertaining on-air personalities and music, compelling local shows, and community events like the City of St. George 4th of July celebration and charitable events like Coney Coins for Kids. From our entire team of dedicated designers, videographers, salespeople, digital marketers, writers, and on-air talent, thank you for letting us be a part of your daily life. Canyon Media, here for you.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in Southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
Welcome back in, everybody. It is from the Bleachers. Caden Formaster, Mark Musgrave.
The voice you know.
On the line right now, Devin Dixon over at Wingnuts. Devin, what's it looking like over there?
Oh, my gosh. We're just getting revved up, man. This early game has got people just trying to get off work and get over here. I had a couple people, hey, I just heard you were going to come over tonight. So right now, just a couple tables here, so good seats. But it's going to get busy here about kickoff of this first game. I'm all excited for the doubleheader on Monday night, guys. Do you guys realize that we have three? There's another one in December. There's another Monday night. I think it's December 11th or something. So we're going to have a lot of fun on Monday nights. I love what they've done with the Monday night multiple games occasionally. You don't need it every Monday night, but sometimes it's kind of fun. If one game's out of hand, you can flip back and forth. And, of course, gosh, I could count the TVs here, Wingnuts, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 TVs or so.
I don't think that's enough TVs. No, I'm just kidding.
We're going to split it 8 down the middle. I know. Your man cave's probably got 22 TVs,
I wish.
right, Cato?
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah. Mark, how many TVs you got at your crib? You got at least 5 in the house, right?
We've got just 2 TV. Well, the boys have something. Yeah, probably 4.
Okay. Well, you don't have as many as Wingnuts. So come watch the game here. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to get. And like I said, with both games going on, that is the perfect place to go to, because not only do they get to watch both games at the same time, there's going to be some great giveaways, jersey giveaway, great wings, great food, great adult beverages as well. What's that special again on the adult beverage there?
Dude, it's a jalapeno cream ale. It's got a little kick to it from what I understand. So if you want to try it, just $3 a glass today. All that special goes all day long. Utah rules. You got to run the special all day long. We're compliant here at the Fan Sports Network. But yeah, if you get a picture of that, you also get free nachos if you get that. So they're pushing that out and trying to get people to try something new. But hey, it's all about baked wings. They just taste better on Monday night. Like, I've had wings all over the place. I get wings a lot, and I know you guys probably. I mean, sports fans, we like wings, right?
Yep.
I'll put Wingnuts wings up against anything. They're so good, and they have so many different sauces to choose from. So not only you get good food, but you're going to get a chance to win the jerseys, like you guys mentioned. We got other prizes too. I probably got 15, 16 drawings tonight. We've got there's a cool thing at Big Shots on September 21st. The guy that was on Last Comic Standing, and his name is Kevin Lee. Look him up. He's a comedian and a magician, and it's going to be at Big Shots Golf. And so we got a pair of tickets for that on September 20th. It's a Thursday night. So we're going to be drawing for those at halftime. So, we got some cool stuff, Tuacahn tickets. We got gift certificates to restaurants. We've got car washes, all kinds of things. I didn't find any. The only thing I'm out of tonight is I didn't grab any golf rounds. But promise all our listeners, if you come tonight, I'll give you double chances to win golf next Monday night if you come back. How about that?
There you go.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah. Yeah. I always want to hook people up with some golf rounds, but didn't have time to go grab any today. But we'll get you next week. We'll take care of our people, and I know we've moved it. So in years past we've had some parties at Wingnuts, but this is our first time on the Fan Sports Network, so we're super excited. You can put about 80, 85 people inside. With the patio, you can probably put another 30 outside. So we got room for over 100 of our rowdy friends coming over tonight to Wingnuts, as Hank sang. So we're all fired up, guys. I'm pumped. It's going to be a good night tonight.
Well, we'll get that place filled up for you.
Yep, send people our way, and I can promise a couple things. Ice-cold beer, delicious hot wings with great sauces. How about that dirty lemon squeezy or whatever that Jazz was talking about, man? I'm going to try that tonight. That sounds delicious.
That does sound delicious.
Hopefully one of these weeks I'll come down and join you guys down on your Thursday parties at the Eureka at the William Hill Sportsbook, and you'll have to come join me over at Wingnuts, and we'll have a good old time.
Deal.
Sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
All right, guys. Talk to you in a bit.
All right, Deb.
All right. Very good. Yeah, Monday nights. You know where to find us. Wingnuts.
Yeah, Wingnuts. It is the place. Easy to find. Great parking. At that time of night, that outlet area.
A lot of the stores are shut down,
Yep.
so it's pretty easy to get in there.
Good parking, easy in, easy out. Great place to go. Again, the wings are great. We've been there multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to try something a little daring, go for the Purgatory wings. Now, apparently there's something even hotter there than Purgatory. At the time, Purgatory was the hottest, and that's what I had for that contest, but that I totally demolished everybody. But apparently there's something they have even hotter there now. So if you want to even try something even spicier than Purgatory wings, they've got something there. Just ask Jasmine or one of the servers there, and they'll hook you up, I'm sure. But
I like to enjoy my wings.
I like to have a little kick. Now,
yeah, there's a difference between a kick and just like a straight up
A
getting
butt
hit with a
whooping.
tank. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, there's a difference. I don't mind a kick either, but I don't want to walk away feeling like I'm gonna die.
I like my chicken spicy.
All right. Oh, spicy's different than just there's spicy, and then there's I need someone to call me an ambulance.
Yeah.
There's different levels, So anyway, let's get to a very quick fan, not a fan,
Okay.
shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
To wrap up the
Okay.
hour, a quick fan, not a fan.
What, we got 2 minutes?
We got a few minutes.
Can we do it?
Oh, we can do it.
Let's go.
This entire fan, not a fan has to do with the games going on tonight.
Okay.
So it makes it pretty easy for us. Let's see what we got. I got to get it pulled up here on my screen. Give me 2 seconds because I'm pretty sure I closed out of that tab. But you know what? It doesn't take long for me to bring it right back up.
Okay.
Okay, first things first. Fan, not a fan. Derek Carr tonight throws over 300 yards.
Yes, I'm a fan of that.
Easy fan.
I do. And I'll tell you why. There's 4 quarterbacks with the most pass yards in the first 9 seasons in NFL history. I'm just going to go through these. I'll just let you know what they are. Matt Ryan is one of them. Peyton Manning, Hall of Famer, is another. Dan Marino, Hall of Famer, another. And you know what? Derek Carr comes in at number 4. The dude can throw.
Yeah.
He can spin it.
Yeah. Now, we already talked about this next one. I know your answer, but let's just reiterate. Fan, not a fan. The Panthers get their first win, and it's at home.
That's not a fan.
Yeah.
Because
we've talked about it already.
Yeah,
so.
the Saints, I really feel that with the Derek Carr at quarterback and the weapons that the Saints have, I just think that they're definitely a more rounded team, and they go in to Carolina and they get that win.
Let's go to Steelers-Browns.
Yeah.
TJ Watt with the Steelers. Now, I'm going to go TJ Watt versus Myles Garrett here. one of the two of them, Myles Garrett with the Browns, TJ Watt with the Steelers, if you were to pick one of those two to get 2 or more sacks tonight, which one would it be?
Well, can I say both?
Sure. You can
I'm
be
going
a
to go
fan of both.
And here's why. Players with the most sacks since 2017, TJ Watt has 90.5, and Myles Garrett right behind him is second, tied with Aaron Donald at 75.5. I think they both get 2 sacks.
Okay. So we're looking at a full-on sack party.
Yeah, sack party.
All right. I like it. And this is my last one. We're going to, like I said, we'll make it short. Nick Chubb or Najee Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Who rushes for over 100 yards?
I'm going Najee Harris on this. I think,
really? Okay.
Yeah, I really am. I think that the Steelers, I don't know. I'm just a believer in the Steelers more so than the Browns. It could be a train wreck tonight for the Browns. I'm just not a believer yet.
All right. Well, there you go. Quick and easy fan, not a fan. Top of the hour coming up here on the Fan Sports Network. Stick around with us on From the Bleachers. More coming up next.
Hey, it's Caden Formaster.
And Mark Musgrave, the voice you know with the Fan Sports Network.
Check out our local sports radio show, From the Bleachers, live every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m.
Listen to us on the radio on 99.5 or 95.3 FM.
You can also listen through the Fan Sports Network app or watch the show live on the Fan Sports Network YouTube page.
The Fan Sports Network is your home of Utah Tech Trailblazers, high school sports, and the pros.
The Fan Sports Network, Southern Utah's home for local sports.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
Media is everywhere. It's a part of our daily life, our routine, not just for entertainment, but to stay informed. Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, we believe in delivering free, fast, and accurate local news, entertainment, and information to all of Southern Utah through our entertaining on-air personalities and music, compelling local shows, and community events like the City of St. George 4th of July celebration and charitable events like Coney Corns for Kids. From our entire team of dedicated designers, videographers, salespeople, digital marketers, writers, and on-air talent, thank you for letting us be a part of your daily life. Canyon Media, here for you.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in Southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
Welcome back in, everybody. It's from the Bleachers here on the Fan Sports Network. Caden Formaster and Mark Musgrave.
The voice you know.
Welcome back. 5 o'clock hour here, getting things started for you. And we got a game coming up shortly, very shortly, a little division rivalry going on between the Saints and the Panthers. We'll give you some updates as that game goes on, too. I'm going to get it pulled up on a separate screen over here when it's a little closer to
And really,
kickoff.
both games are actually divisional games.
Yeah.
You got the Cleveland-Pittsburgh game as well. Always a great rivalry when you talk Browns-Steelers for sure. I don't think the Saints and Panthers has quite the ring that Browns and Steelers has, but I'm excited for that Saints game too. I want to watch Derek Carr, in action, wearing his black and gold Desert Hills Thunder colors. No, New Orleans Saints colors. Just excited for him to be on some prime time and have some success for sure. I was always in the Derek Carr camp when he was a Raider. So I'm rooting for him to have all kinds of success in New Orleans. Seriously.
Me too. I agree with you 100% on that. I want nothing but success for him. So I got a question for you. We got 4 downs coming up in just a little bit, but I do have a question for you, Mark.
Okay.
2 questions.
All right.
First question. Who in Utah, as far as people, I shouldn't say who, but in Utah specifically, for the majority, do people care more about their college football or their NFL football?
Probably college.
So the reason I ask is because on Twitter, again, I follow a lot of people, and I'm followed by a lot of people who are just sports fans in Utah. My Twitter's been built mostly off of Jazz fans, but again, it goes back and forth. So someone actually put this out 23 hours ago. There have been 426 votes on it. That's a pretty good sample size. College is the overwhelming majority with 60,
I thought it would be.
Almost 62%.
Yeah.
So most people care more about their college football. And the question was, if you could only watch one, college football or NFL, what would you choose? Someone else also asked, being that we are specifically, they put out 3 teams. We're surrounded by 3 teams, being Denver Broncos, the Las Vegas Raiders, and San Francisco 49ers. We get fans of mostly those teams. And they asked if you could only watch one of these 3 teams, being that you're from Utah, which of these 3 teams would you support?
I would bet they said San Francisco.
The majority said San Francisco. By a good chunk.
And really, they have Steve Young to thank for that. No question about it.
Now, I will say the majority of those people are probably northern Utah, not here in southern Utah. I don't know what it would be necessarily for southern Utah, but it's about half of the people voted for San Francisco, and then the other half was split almost exactly evenly between Raiders and Broncos.
And I think that will start to change little by little, just with Las Vegas being so close to us. I think their audience will probably grow, especially when they come into our community and do youth football camps and things like that. They're going to try to grow this audience to lean silver and black. But for a long time in the Rocky Mountain area, the Denver Broncos, we were their territory, and Utah was just part of Colorado, and that's what. When there was only, 4 stations, Fox and CBS, ABC, NBC, the NFL game was based, whatever game you saw was based on your territory. And we got a lot of Denver games because that's the territory that we lived in. So that's why their audience grew here in Utah for sure. But I think with Las Vegas being so close, I think that's going to start to change a little bit. Niners are going to keep their audience. I think it'll probably all start turning a little bit towards Las Vegas, just because Steve Young's audience is, that they're past their prime. Sorry, it's true. But that's what happened though. The Niners got a lot of fans here in Utah because of Steve Young, and playing at BYU, and then he went to the LA Express first.
USFL, baby.
USFL, man. I was a big LA Express guy too. I know, shocker. But then he went up to San Francisco, backed up Joe Montana. But BYU fans and Utah fans, not Utah Ute fans, but just Utah football fans, followed Steve Young, and that's how they got a lot of people to follow them. So, but I think it's going to start turning silver and black. I really do, just because the Raiders are up here. They do youth football camps. They're just up here a little bit more so than the other two teams are.
Yeah.
Even with us being a Bronco affiliate, I still think it's going to kind of sway that. I think it's going to turn that way.
I agree. I could see that happening. 100%.
But I'll tell you what, I was listening to the Bronco game on Sunday here on the Fan Sports Network. Turned out really good. Well, not for the Denver fans, it didn't turn out good, but it sounded good. Everything was really good, and we had to take our son's car to an auto shop, and we decided to do it on Sunday since there was less traffic, just in case it broke down. And we were listening to the game. Sounded good, man, but yeah, Denver came up short.
Yeah, they did. They did come up short, but that's
a big lead in that game too.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that here in a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Hey, so let's get into one of our favorite segments. Let's get into a little 4 downs, shall we? All right, here we go. 4 downs. Okay, so I want to start off, if you don't mind.
Yeah, do it.
First down, since we're talking about BYU fans and their football relations with the NFL. Puka Nacua. I got to start with Puka.
He's killing it.
He's killing it. Okay, here's the thing. Puka Nacua broke a record. Okay, this record, by the way, which was previously held in tandem by Roy Helu of Washington, New York Giants, Saquon Barkley, and Najee Harris. It was held jointly by them. Is broken by Puka Nacua. He had a 17-yard catch late in the fourth quarter. That record that he holds is a 15 receptions in a single game, which is the most by a rookie in a single game. He also has had 2 games in his first 2 games where he's had at least 10 catches. That in itself is also a rookie record. Now only held by him. I mean, he's the only one that has ever had 10 catches in his first 2 games as a rookie ever.
Yeah.
So, hey, Puka Nacua, that's awesome.
And think about all the great wide receivers in years past. Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Devontae Adams, just everybody. Justin Jefferson. Yeah.
So many great ones. Now, sadly, the Rams lost the game.
Yeah.
For his sake. And the downside is he is not scoring touchdowns. He's getting great yards. He had like 147, I want to say, yesterday. 147 against San Francisco. But you know what? San Francisco was not able to let him get into the end zone. They were holding him back from that. So.
But what a great game between the Niners and the Rams. It was a fun game to watch.
Yeah.
It was tightly contested. And you and I are both on record of saying, well, me for sure, and I think that you backed it up as well, that I'm a believer of the Rams. I said from day one, well, even before day one, that the Rams are having a bounce-back season this year, and Puka Nacua is one of the players that's going to help that bounce back happen.
And I would never have guessed that he would be, by the way.
Right.
He's a 5th-round pick.
Right.
And I watched him at BYU, and to me, I watched him enough to be like, and BYU fans don't hate me for this, I did not see him as being something special, at least in the NFL level. I did not see that with him at BYU. I've watched his highlights with the Rams so far, and I'm like, he's getting open. He's got good composure, with pressure on him. He's still making the catch. He's completing the catch. That's big. That's how you hold your ground in the NFL. He's doing that.
Right.
And I can't be more impressed with the kid.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. I don't think I'm as high on the Rams as you are. I mean, I don't think they're making the playoffs this year. Playoffs. But I do see them as being way better than they were last year.
I think they do make the playoffs this year.
And I think and I just don't think that they're there. I feel like in my ranking, they're 3rd in that division behind Seattle.
See, I put them above Seattle.
And you put them above Seattle. So, again, I think they're light years above Arizona. But, yeah, I just don't think they're quite there. Like, to me, they're a 7-8 win team.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Anyway, that's my first down. Go for it, Mark.
Well, there were 4 teams, Atlanta, New York, Tennessee, and Washington. They overcame deficits of at least 10 points to win in week 2. Atlanta was 12 points. They overcame 12 points. The New York Giants, 21 points they overcame. Tennessee, 11, and Washington, 8. I'm going to talk about the Washington Commanders just because it had to do with our Denver Broncos. The Washington Commanders overcame an 18-point second quarter deficit and came back to defeat Denver 35-33 in a thrilling ending of the game after trailing in the fourth quarter. Lots of comebacks was kind of the story of yesterday. Also, multiple overtime games. I hope I didn't take one of your downs, but multiple overtime games as well yesterday. And lots of great games yesterday. Comebacks and overtimes kind of seems to be the name of the game yesterday.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right, let's get to my second down. Let's talk about Kansas City for a second. Kansas City quarterback Patrick Mahomes, he had 305 passing yards with 2 touchdowns. His tight end, Travis Kelce, coming off of that injury. He had 4 receptions and his first touchdown catch for the season for the Chiefs. They win 17-9. Now, Mahomes, in his 7th season, he recorded his 42nd career game with at least 300 passing yards, which is phenomenal, by the way. He just passed Football Hall of Famer Dan Marino, who had 41.
Love Dan Marino.
Matt Ryan also had 41. For the most such games for a player in his first 9 seasons in the NFL, or in NFL history. We talked about Travis Kelce. He had 818 career receptions, which is now past Pro Football Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp, who had 815 for the 4th most receptions ever by a tight end. Now, in front of him is Tony Gonzalez. He's got 1,325. Jason Witten with 1,228 and Antonio Gates with 955. Travis Kelce still got some time left in him, though. He's going to move up that ladder.
He does. As long as he, injury, as long as he stays uninjured.
Yes.
He does have some time. He's talented.
Also, is Travis Kelce dating Taylor Swift? Who only knows?
That's the big question out there right now.
Yeah.
That should have been your fan, not a fan.
Yeah, fan, not a fan. Is Travis Kelce dating Taylor Swift?
I'm a big fan for Travis Kelce.
Dude, I'm a big fan for both of them. That would be great.
Yeah, if you're Taylor Swift, you can do better.
Probably. Probably. But just imagine the songs that are going to come out about Travis Kelce.
Yeah, for sure.
That's going to be fun for those Swifties. Huh?
Yeah.
All right, Mark, here you go.
Well, I'm staying with the quarterback theme as well. I'm going with the quarterback that just demolished the Raiders yesterday. Buffalo quarterback Josh Allen. He completed 31 of 37 yesterday, 83%, almost 84% completion ratio for 274 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions. Obviously, week 1, he had 4 interceptions. That was kind of the talk going into that game, is if he was going to control himself a little bit more, and he did. He had a 124.5 rating in the Bills' 38-10 win over the Raiders. Allen has 180 combined passing and rushing touchdowns, and he surpassed Russell Wilson for the 4th most combined passing and rushing touchdowns by a player in his first 6 seasons in the NFL. Only the great Pat Mahomes, Pro Football Hall of Famer Dan Marino, has 199. Cam Newton has 184. I was going to say only Patrick Mahomes has more at 204. By the way, Allen has 180 compared to Russell Wilson's 177, and then so on. So anyway, he is in good company right now.
That's good company.
Josh Allen's good, man.
Yeah. He is good. I mean, what else is there to say about it? He's good. All right. 3rd down. Here we go. I'm going to make this one kind of quick for you Jordan Love believers out there. Tough loss for the Packers.
Dude, I saw a play yesterday where he was under.
They're trying to go quarterback sneak.
And there was they didn't snap the ball to him.
Yeah, he called for the ball. And they didn't give him the ball. It was loud. It was right at the tail end of the game, too, right?
Oh, my God.
And so he goes. He's thinking the ball's going to be snapped in his hand. So he starts going. The ball didn't go. And so he just, runs into his center and, falls off to the side. It was the most embarrassing play I've seen in a long time.
It's almost as bad as the Sanchez butt play.
Just
not as bad.
Not as bad, but it was up there.
If you just watch that play out of context, if you saw it on Instagram or somewhere, and you just watch that play, You don't know what's going
No,
on.
it looks weird.
It's funny.
It's kind of funny.
Funny.
Well, I'll tell you this: don't give up on Jordan Love just yet.
I'm not.
In his third career start, he's recorded 3 touchdown passes with no interceptions for a 113.5 rating on Sunday. So he had 3 touchdown passes, no interception in his start last week as well. He's the 4th player ever with at least 3 touchdown passes and no interceptions in 2 of his first 3 career starts. He joins Casey Keenum, Patrick Mahomes, and Kurt Warner. Really, that is good company to be in. Don't give up on him just yet, Packer fans.
Yeah, for sure.
He's doing all the right things. It's going to come together. He's right there. He's close.
Well, Devontae Adams, Las Vegas Raider wide receiver, we know how good he is. All those years with Aaron Rodgers certainly paid him well. But he is just a great wide receiver. He had great numbers last year with Derek Carr. And I foresee another great season with Jimmy G. But just to kind of give you a heads up on how good it really is. Now, he had 6 receptions yesterday, 84 yards, and his first touchdown of the season. And by the way, he helped me get my first fantasy football win of the season. Adams has 88 career touchdown receptions. He surpassed Larry Fitzgerald, who has 87 touchdown receptions, for the 5th most touchdown receptions by a player in his first 10 seasons in the NFL. Now, remember, this is only game 2. I expect Devontae to catch at least 8 to 9, maybe even 10 more TDs this season, if not more. But here's who's above him. Pro Football Hall of Famers Jerry Rice. He has 131, by the way. Randy Moss, 124. Marvin Harrison, 110. And Terrell Owens, 101, have more. Now, I think he's not touching Marvin Harrison, 110, Randy Moss, and Jerry Rice. But I do think that he can get to Randy Moss, maybe get 102. You know, he would need about 13 more touchdown receptions. Totally doable. But that just tells you what kind of class of wide receiver that Devontae Adams is in.
Sure.
I mean, he's good.
He is good. I'm going to give you another 4th down that I just think is funny. You know I'm not a big believer in the Chicago Bears and Justin Fields. I'm just not there. And everyone's like, oh, Justin Fields, he could be an MVP candidate. I still don't. I've never believed it, okay? Here's why. I'm going to give you a question, and I want you to answer it.
Okay.
Who has more games where they've passed over 300 yards? Justin Fields or rookie quarterback C.J. Stroud?
Well, I would love to say Justin Fields, but I feel that you're setting this up pretty good.
It's pretty obvious. C.J. Stroud has more 300-yard passing games, which is 1. Justin Fields has never done it.
And he's played in only 2 NFL games.
Yes. In games that he's passed for over 200 yards, I'm counting them. 5, 6, 7, 8. He's passed for over 200 yards 8 times. That's it. Just 8 times.
But
that's not a lot over 3 seasons of football.
And we know, though, that he is
2 and a little bit, whatever.
He is a running quarterback.
And
And, you know, he's going to, you know, to get a more fair, I don't want to say statement, but more fair value of a Justin Fields.
You kind of got to go total yards.
You got to look at that combined. But at some point in the NFL, you do have to throw it. You have to spin that ball. Because if they start gearing up for you to run all the time, you're not going to be able to run. I don't care how good you are.
I have the answer for how many 300-yard total games he's got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 total that are over 300.
Yeah. I'm with you.
To me, it's just not that good. I'm not sold on him yet.
And I got to, you know, just it. To be fair to him, Chicago needs to get him some offensive line. They need to be a complete game.
Help.
Yeah, complete team for sure. I mean, I don't even think Lamar Jackson could do much anything of production at Chicago. I mean, you look at that Baltimore, they have a great defense. They have a good offensive line. They don't have a ton of great weapons.
Yeah.
But they have the other important positions all taken care of. And that's how Chicago needs to build their team, because he reminds me a lot of Lamar Jackson. And if they can just take the blueprint of Baltimore and apply that to Chicago, and it fits perfect in that division too, the black and blue division, hard-nosed, running defensive football teams. They need to take that Baltimore blueprint and apply it to Chicago. Yeah. And I think they'd have more success.
I agree. Yeah, I'm good with that. All right, Mark, here you go.
Well, speaking of Lamar Jackson, he totaled 291 yards, 237 passing, 54 rushing with 2 touchdown passes and no interceptions for a 112.8 rating in the Ravens' 27-24 win at Cincinnati. We'll talk about Cincinnati in a minute. Jackson has 48 career games with at least 50 rushing yards. He surpassed Cam Newton. He had 47. For the second most such games by a quarterback in the NFL. Do you know who has more? Caden.
You tell me.
Michael Vick.
All right. I'm actually a Michael Vick fan. Take the dogfighting away. I'm a Michael Vick fan.
He has 54. So just a few more games and Michael Vick, and he'll surpass Michael Vick. But I also want to take this time and just talk about Cincinnati for a minute.
Yeah, it's been rough.
Starting the season 0-2, Joe Burrow doesn't look – he actually looked a lot better yesterday. Numbers were good. T. Higgins went off, thank goodness, again, to help me get my fantasy football victory this weekend. But, man, what's your confidence level with Cincinnati making the playoffs? 0-2.
I'm going to go like 70%.
70 still.
There's a lot of football left to be played.
Yeah, I know.
They got too talented of a roster to not figure out something. Does that mean that they're going to go in as the top in their division? Not necessarily. But I think they have a good enough team that they could still probably get in as a wild card if they have to. If, for example, it's Baltimore or Cleveland that makes it to the top, because I think it would be one of those two. Probably Baltimore more than anything.
Yeah.
I think that they still would have a chance as a wild card team. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm a little higher on them.
And I still, too. I think they will as well, but it's just something to kind of keep your eye on, man. If they go 0-3, and we'll have to look up the schedule, see who they play this week, but that's digging yourself a hole, and they need to get a win this week. I'm not going to say it's a must-win, but it's a much greatly needed win.
Yeah. By the way, just to compare, so Lamar Jackson in the same amount of time that Justin Fields has been in the league, since they're similar players. Remember, Justin Fields has had 8. Excuse me. Was that correct?
I think 5.
How many did I say? 5. He's had 5 games over 300 yards total.
I think 5.
Lamar Jackson has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah.
So,
in a few more
similar
seasons,
players.
though, too.
Obviously, Lamar Jackson, I think, is a better player. But when you're talking about total yards, Lamar Jackson's the guy that you want to mold that after, so he has been better.
And I don't think that he is necessarily a better player. I see them very similar. I just think he's on a better team, just a better blueprint.
That's a big part of it.
So, and again, I really do think that Justin Fields, I have more of a belief than Justin Fields than you do, but and I don't like Ohio State at all, but but he's very talented, and I think just if they can get him some help and get him a good defense and a running game, I think they can be the Baltimore of the NFC
North, right?
NFC North, yeah.
Fair enough. All right, let's take a break. We got more coming up next. Stick around with us here on From the Bleachers.
Hey, it's Caden Formaster.
And Mark Musgrave, the voice you know with the Fan Sports Network.
Check out our local sports radio show, From the Bleachers, live every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m.
Listen to us on the radio on 99.5 or 95.3 FM.
You can also listen through the Fan Sports Network app or watch the show live on the Fan Sports Network YouTube page.
The Fan Sports Network is your home of Utah Tech Trailblazers, high school sports, and the pros.
The Fan Sports Network, Southern Utah's home for local sports.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
Media is everywhere. It's a part of our daily life, our routine, not just for entertainment, but to stay informed. Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, we believe in delivering free, fast, and accurate local news, entertainment, and information to all of Southern Utah through our entertaining on-air personalities and music, compelling local shows, and community events like the City of St. George 4th of July celebration and charitable events like Coney Coins for Kids. From our entire team of dedicated designers, videographers, salespeople, digital marketers, writers, and on-air talent, thank you for letting us be a part of your daily life. Canyon Media, here for you.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in Southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
Welcome back in, everybody. It is from the Bleachers here on the Fan Sports Network. Caden Formaster and Mark Musgrave.
The voice you know.
We've got Devin Dixon on the line. Devin, what's going on, man?
Guys, what's happening, fellas?
Hey, we're just ready for some Monday night. You know how it is around here. We just want some good football. That game's already kicked off between Saints and Panthers.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a defensive battle so far. Nice little sack on third down for the Panthers to get off the field, 3 and out for Derek Carr and the Saints. And now Bryce Young and the Panthers right around midfield driving. So I know a little earlier, so some people just getting off work and getting, getting their nightly plans put together. But we got jersey giveaways. We got a Bryce Young jersey tonight. We got a Derek Carr jersey tonight. So best place to watch the game, come hang. Wingnuts tonight, fellas. We're all fired up. We got a pint of the jalapeno cream ale for $3 a pint tonight. That special's going all day long. We got you get a picture of the jalapeno cream ale, you get free nachos. So we got a couple specials, and we're gonna have a good old time. We're just getting going. People are starting to just stream in here to Wingnuts, and we're expecting a big night. And then of course we got that nightcap Steelers Browns. I know for a fact there's quite a few Steeler fans around the STG, so I expect a lot of Steeler fans to be here at Wingnuts. So if you're a Browns fan, you got to come represent. Otherwise, the Steelers are going to be living large tonight.
Hey, Dev, so listen to this. You got that Derek Carr jersey there. Now, there's only 3 quarterbacks, 3, Devin, with 3,000-plus pass yards in each of the first 9 seasons in the NFL. Can you name the other 2? I will tell you, Derek Carr is one of the 3. Who are the other 2, Devin? I'm going to test you here.
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson is one of them.
Yep, Russell Wilson. And the other one would be
Hall of Famer.
9 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
9 seasons. Give me a clue on the other one. I'm drawing a blank on the other one.
He played for the. He also played for the Denver Broncos.
Peyton Manning?
Yes, it is Peyton Manning. So that's how important, that's how awesome that jersey is that you have there. Derek Carr is one of 3 quarterbacks to have 3,000-plus yards in each of the first 9 seasons in NFL history.
Caden, I'm sensing a little man crush here on Carr.
He's on my he is on my fantasy football team, Dev.
Yeah. Panthers deep field goal just clears the uprights by about 10 feet.
Got it.
So, I mean, Panthers take the early lead at home. Bryce Young, baby, we're giving one of those jerseys away tonight as well. So, yeah, thanks for. I guess I passed with flying colors on the trivia. I got
you
it
did well.
eventually.
Yeah,
You did well.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna check in with you one more time tonight, of course, and for everyone listening, get on over to Wingnuts.
Yeah, the buffalo chips are coming out hot. I mean,
my favorite.
the
Buffalo
mixed
chips
buffalo
dipped in ranch, man. Yep.
Yep. Come get them, boys. We'll be here all night long. Wingnuts, the place to be. Thanks. I'll check in with you guys in a little bit.
Sounds good,
Sounds
Dev.
good, man. All right, there you go, Devin Dixon, Wingnuts for the watch party for Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Should be a good time.
We just watched a commercial on Monday Night Football for wings. I mean, it wasn't Wing Nuts, but
it made you want some
Wingnuts
wings.
is better. Wingnuts are better. So, anyways.
Mm.
Yeah,
So
that I just wanted to kind of bring that up where, talking about tonight's Monday Night Football games is Derek Carr is one of 3 players in NFL history. Would you have guessed that? One of 3.
I don't think I would have.
NFL history.
I don't think I would have, which is pretty impressive, right? And then you talk about quarterbacks with the most passing yards, right? He's up there with Matt Ryan, Peyton Manning, and Dan Marino.
Yeah.
In passing yards at 35,000.
Right.
So 35,222. So Matt Ryan with the most. But, yeah, that's good company for him to be in for sure. In a place where I would not have expected if someone said, hey, who has the most? Derek Carr passes the ball really well.
And here's the deal. So I'm going to follow up with your stat that you just talked about and we brushed over in the first hour, but one of 4 quarterbacks to have over 35,000 are the quarterbacks with the most pass yards in the first 9 seasons of NFL career. He's only like 150 from surpassing the great Dan Marino.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's about 2,000 yards passing Hall of Famer Peyton Manning. I would imagine, and then another 200 yards to Matt Ryan. He could easily be number 1 after the first 9 seasons, after the season.
He could.
Why not? I don't know why he wouldn't be. He averages over 3,000 yards a season, and that's only about 2,500 yards away to get number 1. Obviously, Dan Marino's not getting any more yards. Peyton Manning's not getting any more yards. And Matt Ryan, is Matt Ryan playing?
No.
He's retired.
He played last year.
Yeah.
He's not playing this year.
And he's not getting any more yards. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if Derek Carr passes all 3 of those and becomes number 1. I'm just stating facts. I'm just looking at the stats and looking at what he has done in the past. It's not that I have this big old man crush on Derek Carr, but he puts up numbers.
He just has the numbers. And it's tough just because he doesn't have the playoff wins. I feel like when it comes down to the longevity in everybody's minds and in everybody's memories, you have to win in the playoffs for people to remember you. And Derek Carr just hasn't won in the playoffs. And that's such a sad note on his career because he's had a pretty solid career. That's funny, the broadcast bringing up exactly what we were just talking about.
Exactly what we're talking about.
Now, on the flip side of that, we go to Bryce Young, who is your quarterback tonight for the Panthers, right? And he's one of the youngest quarterbacks to start in a Monday Night Football game. He is the 3rd youngest quarterback to, or at least when it comes to number 1 overall picks, to start in a Monday Night Football game. The only ones in front of him are Sam Darnold with the New York Jets, who's 21 years old, 97 days, and Sean King back in 1999 with Tampa Bay at 22 years and 191 days.
I remember Sean King.
Now, of course, Bryce Young is 22 years old and 55 days. So, yeah, that's young. And 22 years old out there, that seems so young to me.
That is young.
Yeah. Bryce Young.
Yeah, that's right. Bryce Young.
I knew where you're going with that.
Number 1 overall pick in the draft, and who knows how he's going to translate into the NFL. I personally think he's going to have a successful career. I don't know if it's going to be, Lamar Jackson or, that kind of successful or if he's going to be just fighting and clawing for every bit of success he can get like a Justin Fields is doing right now. So that's a catch to me. I think it's a catch.
They're reviewing
he's
it.
moving around a little. I don't know. So I don't know where his success is going to fall. I think he has all the tools to be a very, very, very good quarterback in the NFL. Yeah. I mean, he can spin it with the best of them. He's accurate. He can move with his legs. I just think he's got the whole package. The only thing that concerns me about Bryce Young a little bit is his size. I hope he gets a little bit more meat and muscle on him, maybe be a little bit stronger, but other than that.
Size, height-wise, too, but you can't do much about that.
Yeah. So, anyways, I really like what the tools and everything that he certainly has to offer.
Sure. Of course, Cleveland and Pittsburgh also going on tonight. That game coming up in, from now about 40 minutes or so. But that one's going to be a defensive battle. We kind of talked about this in our Fan Not a Fan. TJ Watt and Myles Garrett, both of which are top 3 when it comes to most sacks since 2017. Both of them are top 5 when it comes to tackles for loss since 2017. So these are both guys that are high up in the record books when it comes to getting guys down behind that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, when it comes to the players with the most tackles for loss since 2017, Aaron Donald leads the way with 103, but followed very, very closely by TJ Watt with 99, and Myles Garrett behind Cameron Jordan and Matthew Judon. Myles Garrett comes in at 79. So, yeah, these players, they get in the opposing team's backfield, and they cause havoc for sure.
Yeah, when it comes to sacks, TJ Watt leads the way, 80.5 since 2017. And Myles Garrett's number 3 behind Aaron Donald. And I say number 3, they're actually kind of tied, you could say, 75.5. So, really, they're kind of the 1-2 right there.
Yeah.
By the way, after they're reviewing that catch, and I don't know if they've officially said yet whether that was a catch or not. I mean, it looked like it.
The ball moves around a lot, but I don't think it ever really got on the turf.
I don't think it touched.
But you can see the ball moving around a lot, but I think it's a catch, just kind of looking at that last little clip that we looked at. And, yeah,
they said second and 10, so I guess they're not giving it to him.
Shows you how much I know.
Yeah, could have been a good 10-yard gain there for the Saints, but they go handoff up the middle for 5.
Well, more than that.
A little bit more. Maybe falls forward for 6, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, two good games on tonight, 2 division games. Saints, Panthers, and then Browns, Steelers, man, to cap up the night off. I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's fun. Let's talk a little bit about some of the games from this weekend. I know we talked a little bit about some of them in our 4 Downs segment. Any games that really stood out to you, Mark? If you want, I'll start first real quick. Buccaneers, man. Are they the real deal? Is this the time that Baker Mayfield has just found a system that works for him? And maybe is that part of it? Is it just, hey, he's got guys that just work well with him? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's all he needed.
Well, and let's be honest, it was the Chicago Bears. So I'm not going to have an overreaction yet.
Bears and Vikings. Vikings don't have a good defense, and the Bears don't have a good defense. So, yeah.
So I'm not going to get too excited yet, but yet they've got 2 more wins than I thought they would have for the first 2 games of the season. So they're 2 games up on what I thought they would have. So congratulations to them. I still am not a believer of them. Anytime Baker Mayfield is your captain, is your quarterback, I hold out thoughts on that, but he's got to give me a much bigger sample size for me to become a Baker Mayfield believer. Now, can I become a Baker Mayfield believer? Maybe.
Next week.
I don't know. It's going to take a lot larger of a sample.
Next week, we have a dual Monday Night Football again.
Mm-hmm.
The first game is Eagles-Buccaneers.
Okay.
If they win that game against the Eagles, and it is in Tampa Bay,
right,
then that's a legit team to beat. That's a solid defense, an even better offense, in my opinion. Maybe not the way they've been playing, but on paper, better offense as Taysom Hill just goes and gets the first down for the Saints. I feel like that would be a good test for him. But as far as the last 2 games have gone, Buccaneers are playing well.
Yeah.
Buccaneers are playing well. 49ers still getting a win. Again, the Rams gave them everything. We kind of talked about that a little bit when we talked Puka Nacua. 307 yards for Stafford, but he did throw 2 interceptions to the 1 touchdown. Brock Purdy didn't throw any touchdowns. He did run one in, and so did Deebo Samuel and Christian McCaffrey.
Yes. God, they're good. And again, I think the Rams are good as well. They gave the 49ers everything that they had, and they stayed with them. But the Niners are a better team than the Rams, no question about it. But I still think the Rams make the playoffs. I know you and I differ on that. I think they have a big bounce-back season, and I think they do make the playoffs.
Yeah. We'll tell you what, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Devin one more time, just as a reminder to let everybody know what's going on over at Wingnuts tonight. And after that, I want to talk about our new affiliate, the Broncos, because they had a chance.
They did.
So we'll talk about it when we come back here on From the Bleachers. Stick around.
Hey, it's Caden Formaster.
And Mark Musgrave, the voice you know with the Fan Sports Network.
Check out our local sports radio show, From the Bleachers, live every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m.
Listen to us on the radio on 99.5 or 95.3 FM.
You can also listen through the Fan Sports Network app or watch the show live on the Fan Sports Network YouTube page.
The Fan Sports Network is your home of Utah Tech Trailblazers, high school sports, and the pros.
The Fan Sports Network, Southern Utah's home for local sports.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
Media is everywhere. It's a part of our daily life, our routine, not just for entertainment, but to stay informed. Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, we believe in delivering free, fast, and accurate local news, entertainment, and information to all of Southern Utah through our entertaining on-air personalities and music, compelling local shows, and community events like the City of St. George 4th of July celebration and charitable events like Coney Coins for Kids. From our entire team of dedicated designers, videographers, salespeople, digital marketers, writers, and on-air talent, thank you for letting us be a part of your daily life. Canyon Media, here for you.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in Southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
Welcome back in, everybody, from the Bleachers here on the Fan Sports Network. Caden Formaster, Mark Musgrave.
The voice you know.
On the phone, Devin Dixon, as we're checking in with him at Wingnuts.
Yeah, guys, I caught up with one of my co-hosts from the morning show, Prediction Pauly here, and Pauly's hanging out at Wingnuts tonight. We're just missing you guys. You guys coming down here or what?
Yeah, we're locked in the studio at the moment, but yeah.
And it's hot in here, Dev.
Yeah, it's getting warm and toasty in the studio.
Yeah, I was saying that this morning, too. A lot of hot air in the morning show. So I'm sure a lot of hot air
Apparently
in the
it's
afternoon.
the same in the afternoon, yeah.
Yeah, we had to crack the door open this morning. I think the AC's not working in the studio or something. But Prediction Pauly with me. Who you like tonight, big dog? I think I like the Steelers. The Steelers big tonight. I think Kenny Pickett, Najee Harris, George Pickens going to have the big game in the receiving core. And the other game, it's trending Saints in my mind. They're down 3-0. Good news is if you're coming to Wingnuts, you've only missed a field goal right now. and the wings are hot. How about the wings tonight, Paulie? Unbelievable. Double baked is the way to get them. Did I get them double baked, the ones I got? Yeah, I think you did. Okay, I didn't even say that. You just called that in for me? Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Dev,
get them double baked, guys. Paulie tells me to get them double baked.
Do you have to specify double baked?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, Paul says yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's prediction Paulie, so he knows.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could get them double baked. Does that mean you bake them twice? Is that what they do here? That's right. Double bake them.
That's like
bake them twice, 2 extra minutes.
It's a little extra crispy or what?
So he knows what to do when he's ordering food. He hasn't missed a meal in a month of Sunday.
That's like the
so
secret
you just
menu.
Trust Paulie. Yeah. What's that, Mark?
It's like a secret menu. We didn't know about that either.
Double baked.
Yeah.
Paulie's helping you guys out. You get them double baked.
So, Paulie, is it just like a little extra crispy? Is that the plan? Is that what it is?
Yeah, extra crispy. Like it's going to make the middle a little warmer. So it's going to be good. Pipe it hot. They come out pipe. Can I buffalo chips double baked? No. They'll burn them? Yeah.
That might not be a good idea on those.
Hey, Paulie's like an expert now, guys. He went and got him one of those smokers, and on Sundays he's smoking up all kinds of, rare game. He goes and shoots it in the woods, I swear, and then cooks it for everybody. It's delicious.
That's funny.
He's laughing. Yeah, no, we're having a good time already. If you guys can't tell, Paulie's here. We got some fans already showing up. I know it's a little earlier game, so I'm expecting a late arriving crowd. Right now, though, great seats available. Here's a bunch of people filing in right now, and we're giving away jerseys here at halftime, one of them, and then I might wait till post game to give away the other one to buy everybody that's just getting off work a little bit more time. So come hang, and if you guys get a wild hair, come down and have the double baked wings. Paulie says they're delicious.
There you go. All right, guys. Should be a fun night.
All right, thanks. All right, it's gonna be a fun night. We'll see you in a little bit.
All right, there it is. Devin Dixon over at Wing Nuts, getting ready for, I shouldn't say getting ready. They're well into Monday Night Football now at this point with that first game.
Yeah, for sure.
Almost done with the first quarter here. Shaq Thompson was the one that went out with the injury for Carolina.
Saints are, they're threatening here, though.
They're in the red zone at the 8-yard line, and Jamal Williams taken down in the backfield, taken back down at the 10.
Now, see, this is where the fantasy football owner comes in for me. I was like hoping that he would get tackled. So now it makes it third down.
Do you have Panthers?
No, I have Derek Carr. I want him to throw the ball in.
You want those?
Yeah.
You want that? Not the rushing touchdown. You want that passing touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely.
Huh? I say, do you have Panthers defense? But
no.
There you go.
No.
Who do you have on your defense?
Oh, the Bengals.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, they actually had a touchdown, special teams as
okay,
well.
There you go.
They actually did okay
All
for
right,
me.
if you say so. Yeah. Hey, well, let's talk a little bit about that Commanders-Broncos game. The Broncos had a chance with that Hail Mary from the 50-yard line. They're throwing it from the 50, batted up again, caught in the end zone, touchdown. They go for the 2-point conversion, cannot convert the 2-point conversion to tie it up, so the Commanders walk away with the win. Probably one of the more exciting games of the afternoon. Now, there were some overtime games thrown in there. Titans and Chargers obviously was an overtime game of the day, as well as Seahawks Lions went into overtime. But that Commanders Broncos one was right up there with it.
Here's the trouble for the Broncos, maybe a little bit of a red flag that they got to be careful of. That defense is supposed to be what's going to take them to some victories. To the great Sam Howell, okay? He had 300 yards, but 299. I'm going to say 300 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, no interception. Brian Robinson, who? Brian Robinson. Yeah, Brian Robinson had 18 carries, 87 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Terry McLaurin had his normal game of 54 yards and a touchdown. Logan Thomas also caught a touchdown for the Commanders. But that Bronco defense, if they're going to win games, they cannot give up 35 points to the Washington Commanders.
No, and really the Commanders kind of looked good doing it. I mean, there were a lot of plays where you kind of forget that Sam Howell is Sam Howell. He looked good doing it.
That wasn't Joe Theismann out there. That was Sam Howell.
Sam Howell.
The great Sam Howell.
We're talking like the young guy, The dude who's only 23 years old, that guy.
So
Sam Howell.
that's what scares me for the Broncos. I mean, they only gave up 17 to the Raiders in week 1, but man, then you give up 35 to Washington at home as well. So here's the problem for the Broncos now. They've had 2 home games. They've lost them both. So they're going to have a heavy road schedule probably, to close out the season. I haven't looked at their schedule very closely, but they're one of a few teams that opened up both opening game, the first 2 games at home. They lost them both and by a total of 3 points too, mind you. That's got to hurt a little bit. And we'll talk to Cody on Friday to kind of get the reactions of Broncos coaches and players from a Bronco insider. But I got to say, it can't be butterflies and rainbows right now.
No, it's got to be a little iffy. And I saw somewhere on social media, they were talking about everything going on. And it's like, is this a Russell Wilson problem? Is this a Sean Payton problem? Because it looks like the scheming is there from Sean Payton's point of view, right? It's just the plays just aren't connecting. There's some grinding of the gears going on. Maybe is Russell Wilson just kind of done? Not necessarily is he done, but is he just not the guy that he was back when he was leading teams to Super Bowl wins?
Well,
and it's just not the same guy.
And I will say he had a good game though. He was 18 of 32, 308 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. But I don't think it's either one of them problem. I just think it's a new system problem. I mean, I take the example of last year. 2 years ago, the Raiders make the playoffs, and then there was a lot of hype with the Raiders last year to take that next step forward. But we all kind of forgot that they have a new head coach. They have a new offensive scheme. They have a new defensive scheme. They took a step back because learning an NFL playbook is very difficult.
Yeah.
And that's why not every college player transfers to the NFL, because the schemes are much more technical. The playbooks are much larger. So I just feel that this is a new coach issue. I don't want to say issue, but that's what it is. And it will be better next year. I just don't think this year, all the hype was going to the Broncos, and I just didn't think it was going to happen. Because I saw it happen last year with the Raiders where, again, you have a new coach, new system. It takes time for that to really gain some momentum to where you can win these close games as opposed to lose them.
And it doesn't get easier.
No. No.
With especially this week, they're taking on the Dolphins in Miami.
I got it. That they open up 0-3 unless something strange happens.
They would need a Miami miracle
yes.
to go 1-2. Kind of looking at the division there. The Raiders take on the Steelers, which, again, we'll watch the Steelers tonight, and we'll see what they look like in game 2.
I think it's a game that will be competitive.
It should be. It's at home. It's in Las Vegas. It's their first home game.
Yeah. I think the home crowd will certainly be there for the Raiders. Now, granted, Las Vegas is always going to attract other teams' fans as well, and that's fine.
Especially Steeler fans.
There'll be a lot of Steeler fans there too. But I just feel that that's going to be a good game this coming week. Steelers Raiders, an old time rivalry in Las Vegas. It's definitely going to be a good game, I certainly think.
And then you have Chiefs are at home against the Bears.
That's a win for the
should be a win.
Chiefs.
That should be a win. And then the Bears go 0-3. That's tough on them.
But not shocking.
No, the Chargers are on the road with the Vikings. I feel like that's a winnable game for the Chargers. They need it too. They don't want to go.
So they're going to Minnesota.
It's in Minnesota.
That's not an easy game.
It's not an easy game.
Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson, they're the real deal.
But I will say the Chargers offense is way better than the Vikings defense. That should be a good matchup for that offense.
It's funny. I was talking to Pedro this morning from our Juan Latino Spanish-speaking station, and we were talking just the similarities of the Chargers and the Padres, where they both have these rosters that are so good, but for whatever reason, whether it's coaching or just attitude, we don't know what it is, they just both seem to just under-deliver.
Yeah. they just
Big
kinda fall
time.
apart.
Big time, too.
It's not good. It's not good. All right. Well, we got to get out of here.
We
Been a
didn't
good
cover.
show.
We didn't cover everything I wanted to cover, though. But we
didn't
got
talk-
tomorrow.
We didn't talk about everything at all. We got a lot more to cover tomorrow. Of course, we'll get into some more football from over the weekend in tomorrow's show. So make sure to tune in 4 to 6. You know where to find us.
Yep, we'll wrap
Right
up
here.
Monday Night Football tomorrow.
Yep, right here on the Fan Sports Network. So, all right, we're out of here.
Get over to
Have a good
Wingnuts.
one, everybody. We'll see you later.